Hello again. Here I am with the Badass Wave. Promise I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. So join me, won't you? Hello, everybody. I'm Kelly Orchard, the Badass Certifier, with a bit of an update on this Wednesday. It's Wednesday, March the 4th. So March 4th in your world, in your life today, in a happy mood. I'm in a great mood because I get to go to Orange County today. Yes, it's a kind of an impromptu trip. It's like some of the things that were on my calendar sort of like bumped off, ironically. And when my friend called me up and said this morning, she goes, I need you to do me a huge favor. You will be a really good friend if you can do this today. And it's actually, she is a fellow speaker friend of mine, which is how we met, but she lives in Orange County, and she recently is wanting to learn how to do a podcast. So she signed up for a course at UC Irvine, and they have a radio station there, KUCI, and she needs to do her final demo today. And she called me up and she says, I could really use some help doing this demo on this program that I'm supposed to do. So I get to drive out to Orange County, and I figured while I'm doing that, I'm going to take the Mustang. I'm going to take the Mustang out to OC, and my friend Deb and I are going to do a Mustang Monday while we're out there and have a great day. It's right in my comfort zone going into a radio station today, but out of my friend's comfort zone. So I'm really happy to be able to provide her with some confidence and some bravery, and to be there to support her as a friend. And I can honestly say, in my 40 years in broadcasting, and it's actually, 40 years that I've been in broadcasting, but I did grow up literally in and around radio stations. I think this is the first time I've ever walked into a radio station without being in there in an official capacity. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to take pictures and create a memory together and add something to our badass soundtrack. Yes, we're going to find a song today that's going to commemorate this experience for the two of us. I'm super excited. I get to help a friend in need. I get to drive the Mustang out to OC and get somebody fresh and new in the car by doing a badass tip from the street. So it's going to be a fun day for me. I did want to talk to you about the word trust, though. That is my word for the year. And if you follow me and you know the saga of my 2006 Mustang, I'm using it as an analogy or a metaphor, if you will, for my issues with trust. So when I knew that I was going to take the car to Orange County today, I wanted to make sure that it was going to run. Well, the battery started up right away. Yay. Okay, so it started right away. Now, maybe I have a little paranoia. I don't know, but now it smells funny. So, I figure, okay, I don't know if I'm going to trust the car. I got to trust my instincts, though. So when you're working on your word, okay, remember what your word is. I'm not going to go through the list today, but you know what your word is if you're following me for the year. My word is trust. So I just want to use this as an example of how you can apply your word to your life, not necessarily with my Mustang. So please bear with me. So for me, it's like, in order for me to trust that the Mustang was going to start, I had to go start it up first, right? So I made sure that I did it in plenty of time. And I went in there trusting my instincts that, oh yeah, as soon as I opened up the door, the dome light went on, battery's good, car will start. I felt really good about that. But then, of course, now I have this new issue with trust. Okay, now is it going to blow up when I take it long distance? Because that's like, where's my help when I break down on the freeway? But so the instincts were, it's like, well, if you check the fluids, then you will trust the Mustang to run properly to get you to your destination and back. So it was a matter of, I needed to check the fluids. And I'll admit, normally I don't do that. I don't. I have men in my life that do that for me, and I've never had to. So I've never chosen to do it. Not that I can't. But today, I'm kind of in a situation where I have to do it myself. So I did. I popped the hood, and I checked the fluids. It's fine. So now I have trust in the car. So you see how we apply that. So I had to also trust my instincts that I knew that I wasn't going to trust the car unless I checked the fluids before I left. So now I know the fluids are good. I can trust the car. I can trust that I'm going to get to my destination. At least the car is not going to break down on me. I hope. Gosh, it's a good car. It really is. It's never really let me down except for the whole battery charging thing. Well, there was once when the tires fell off, but that's another story for another day. Okay, so trust is the thing. And then I want to just fill you in again on this project I'm working on with my dad. So as you know, my dad built radio stations, and that's the family business. And we recently uncovered this footage of building an AM radio station. It was the only AM he built, and building AM stations is is a project. It's different than FM. And duh. I know for all my radio friends, you're like, duh, Kelly, so, but for non-broadcasters, those, that's not like common knowledge, but to build this project, for some reason, my dad documented the whole thing, and then we just uncovered it, and I've been working on digitizing it, because it's on VHS tapes, and there's some technical issues which have me a little bit frazzled. It's like, they call it audio sync drift, and it has something to do, I've done my research, it has something to do with the signal of analog being digitized to the compressed. It loses something. It adds frames to the video, but it doesn't add frames to the audio. So now everything is out of sync, and there may not be a workaround. I have talked to my professional friends in the business, and all are trying to come up with an easier solution for me, because it's about 3 hours worth of footage, which means that alone is going to be challenging. So I've had to talk to my dad about it. Okay, Dad, you're the director of this project. How do you want to do it? And I got to tell you, the nostalgia has really boosted his mood. My dad turned 82 in December, and just the natural course of aging, okay, can cause depression. And I learned about this a lot when I was working as an intern for a hospice agency. This was before I became licensed. I'd finished grad school, and then you have to go through so many hours working in the field. And I was privileged and honored enough to work in the grief field for a hospice agency. I was the bereavement coordinator. So I did a lot of grief work, workshops and support groups and individually. And some of the things that I learned at the time, I've always been a proponent that never look back. Don't look back on your mistakes and your failures. Keep pressing forward. Obviously, that's a very healthy mental mindset. Don't ruminate on the things that went wrong. Focus on the things that went well and move forward. And I fully believe that. I still believe that now. However, I learned a very valuable lesson. These people that I was working with, when they're on their deathbed and they have nothing else to look forward to, well, they spend time looking back. And, I learned about the 5 regrets of the dying. So one of the things that we're doing with my dad is we're giving him the opportunity to focus on a project with nostalgia and looking back on the memories of the big projects that he worked on in his broadcasting career. And I have seen such a significant improvement in his mood and his ability to think and his energy and his excitement. And I'm sure he doesn't mind that I talk about him on Facebook or on videos, because he sort of likes that too. He's loving the attention that he's getting. And I just wanted to share with you about how much fun this has become for my entire family. I don't always share intimate details on video. I share most of it in my workshops. But 4.5 years ago, my oldest brother died. And the year before that, my dad had open heart surgery, a triple bypass. So he's had some significant hits himself, let alone just our family. And so this kind of project is really healing for all of us. So we're all really looking forward to it. And I am going to give you updates on it and keep you updated on the progress. He's going to have to come down here to see me and work right here in this office in my studio, so we can put this project together. But so I'll make sure that we do some Facebook Live videos, because he's a hoot. I love working with my dad. It's a blast. So I just wanted to kind of give you that update and encourage you that nostalgia is a mood booster. And as you're considering and focusing on your word for the year, mine is trust. And I told you about the whole Mustang thing, and I share with you a little bit about it. I'm trying to use it as an analogy or a metaphor with the Mustang to kind of give you some ideas. If you don't really know how this is working, feel free to send me a private message and we'll chat about it, or I'll send you some other instructions. But if you are focusing on one word for the year, this is my 5th year doing it, so I will guide you through the whole year. We're in this for the long haul. This isn't a 30-day trial or a 30-day, boot camp. We're in this for the whole year. So every once in a while, I'll come up and give you some updates. Oh, look. Okay, so I promised you less than 10 minutes. I'm out. I am getting ready to drive to Orange County today. More updates on that later. I'll probably be posting some pictures. You guys have a great Wednesday. And remember, I am Kelly Orchard, the Badass Certifier, reminding you to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass. See you guys next time. Have a good day.